Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host. Good morning, and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand. She's the Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. Good morning, Kristin.
Good morning, Joanna.
Now, Kristin, I'm going to go ahead and start and tell on myself. We were talking a little bit earlier, and when my husband would buy me one of these flower bouquets, I would take it, put it in a vase, let it kind of flop out, put this little flower stuff in it, and call it a day. But that might not be what you can do. And you won't get this result, these beautiful arrangements that you have made with supermarket flowers.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, you know, you can pay half the price if you buy it at a supermarket, but there's just some care things that you need to think about, you know, when you're putting it together, or like you said, getting a bouquet from your husband, and what do I need to do when I get home with it? So a couple of things to mention is that as soon as you get that bouquet from your significant other, you want to take it home and go ahead and cut the bottom of the stems. The reason we do that is that there's a little bit of flower water loss in between, you know, like when you buy it at the grocery store and then you get home with it. So what you want to do is go ahead and you can fill up a sink. It's really best if you can cut the stems underwater, but if you can't, that's fine too. At least you need to cut, you know, probably about 1 inch off the bottom of the stems, and it's always good to use pruners or some sharp scissors at home, so that way that you can get that water back into that phloem and xylem tissues. The other thing to look, especially if you're putting it into a vase, is to make sure that you have a clean vase that's already ready to go. Because, you know, sometimes after we get, you know, another bouquet, it kind of gets dirty and we just put it back under the sink or wherever we store our vases at. So make sure that that vase is clean before you use it, and you can kind of tell, you know, if it looks kind of dirty at the bottom. And then you're going to go ahead and fill it up with warm water.
Okay.
So it's better to use warm water, or if you just want to kind of put some water in there and let it get up to room temperature, that's what you would want to use. Now, if you're using the bouquets that you buy at the grocery store, they come with Floral Life packets. And so this is really good after you've cut your stems and you've already put your water in your vase. Go ahead and cut this. And it's just a white powder substance. It's got a little bit of some things to kind of like a bactericide, so that way it kind of keeps bacteria from growing in the water. So go ahead and add that Floral Life to it. If you don't have that, or say, you know, something's happened to it, then you can go ahead and use like lemon lime soda, because it basically has the same stuff that this is. It's just, you know, good sugar for the plants that they need, and also it's got a little bit of some acidity to it, so that way it's the same thing.
And so you need to change your water
every couple of days. Yeah, and you also, with that changing of water, you're going to have to cut your stems. So cut your stems, change your water, do it all over again. Add the Floral Life. And I didn't notice this, but on the package, Joanna, it's actually got instructions. This is actually on the plastic after I took it off of this particular bouquet. So if you want to look and say you forget it, then there's always that reminder.
Instructions there. Now, Kristin, I prefer probably to get plants in a pot, bulbs or something like that, I can replant miniature roses, and there are those options too at Valentine's Day.
Yes. So I like roses, but I'm like you. I really like some of the other options that are available. So if you like potted plants, especially if you're a gardener, you can maybe get some daffodils that they've probably forced under their conditions, and then they've actually bloomed them for the Valentine's Day holiday. So, you know, like those are really pretty spring color. Again, yellow represents friendship, but you can also find some other options like tulips. You know, really they had hyacinths, they had all kinds of stuff. I've seen hydrangeas, and you'll see more as we get closer to the Valentine's Day holiday.
Mini roses, azaleas even, I have seen at that time of year.
Yeah, and I do want to mention too, you know, for a lot younger people, they might not just want all roses. They want like a mixed bouquet, and I really like those. And so this one is a little bit more expensive just because it's mixed, so that means that there's other flowers involved with it. So there's carnations there's Gerber daisies. I know you're a big fan of Gerber daisies, and to me those are really pretty. And so they even have calla lilies in those. Not very many, but they still have some that are bright yellow. And so really, if you want to just provide a nice little spring bouquet. Those are really, really pretty. And again, if you can just kind of do the cut flower, cut your flower, add fresh water to it, then you're going to have a bouquet for a long time. And so these are just some options, but if anybody has questions about how to care for it, again, with some of the potted plant options, you can actually plant those outside. So just take care of them indoors, and then whenever you're ready to plant in the spring, you can go straight outside with them.
And they can bring you joy for years to come. Kristin, certainly appreciate the information. And if you have questions about how to care for flowers or create a bouquet, make sure to give us a call at the Extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day. If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.